वेलकम जी। हम एक आपके लिए फिर से बहुत ही जबरदस्त इंटरव्यू लेकर आए हैं। आपको पता ही है कि हम जब भी आपके सामने आते हैं तो उसमें कुछ ना कुछ स्पेशलिटी जरूर होती है और कोई ना कोई हमारे साथ बड़े लीडर या कोई बड़ी पर्सनालिटी होती हैं। तो आज भी ऐसा ही है, हमारे साथ हैं लीडर ऑफ ऑपोजिशन और जो फेडरल लेवल पे कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी के लीडर हैं मिस्टर पियर पॉलिएव, वो हमारे साथ हैं एंड इट्स एन एब्सोल्यूट प्लेजर टू वेलकम हिम हियर तो हमारे स्टूडियो में। तो हम उनसे बात करने जा रहे हैं और आप उनकी बात सुनिए और हमें फीडबैक जरूर दीजिएगा कि आपको आज का इंटरव्यू कैसा लगा। मिस्टर पॉलिएव, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर कनेक्टिंग विद अस। हाउ आर यू सर?
Great to be with you. Thank you for having me.
I must compliment you that you look so cool in this black suit before we start the interview.
Wow. Thank you very much. I normally wear blue, but I've got a black suit on now, so now I know what I should be wearing in the future.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, sir. This federal budget has just come in, and a lot of people have a lot of questions, and there is a lot of pessimism and anger also that is seen in community, as the Nano survey also shows today. So, what do you have to say about this federal budget?
Well, just like Justin Trudeau, this budget is not worth the cost. He's doubled our national debt, doubled housing costs. He's forcing us to spend more on debt interest than we spend on health care. And now he's quadrupling the carbon tax on your heat, gas, and groceries. We can't afford him. He's not worth the cost. And it's time to fire Justin Trudeau and bring home common sense.
Okay, I know conservatives are very passionate about this carbon tax increase and carbon tax itself in the first place, but the Trudeau government says that a lot of rebates are coming back. So it's not going to really hurt the common man. What do you say about that?
According to the Parliamentary Budget Officer, 60% of Canadians will pay more in carbon tax costs than they get back in rebates. And 100% of middle-class Canadians will be worse off. That is according to his study on the matter, which I encourage everyone to read on page 3. It's right there. And the worst part is that carbon tax costs are going to go up over the next 6 years. If Justin Trudeau is reelected, he plans to quadruple the tax to add 61 cents a litre to the cost and drive up your heat. Of course, it will mean more expensive groceries because the farmers and the truckers will have to pass the cost on to everyone who eats. So we can't. The carbon tax is not worth the cost. Common sense conservatives will axe the tax.
Mr. Poilievre, affordability is really becoming a huge issue, and housing and all those things. I mean, we are too much interested in, being part of the ally, group, like, I mean, of course, NATO and European Union, and I understand the pressures, but we are spending too much outside, whereas affordability inside the country is really getting a hit. If you become the Prime Minister, which we see you coming as the next PM of this country, how do you think you will tackle this issue of affordability for the common man?
I will cut foreign aid to take money away from dictators, terrorists, and foreign bureaucracies. I will cut on consultants. I will cap the bureaucracy. I'll get rid of the $60 million ArriveCan app, just to name a few things that will save money. That will allow me to bring down deficits, inflation, and interest rates. I sum it up by saying, let's fix the budget. After Justin Trudeau has doubled the debt, run 9 consecutive promise-breaking inflationary deficits, it's time to cap the spending, cut the waste, fix the budget. Let's bring it home.
Okay, Mr. Poilievre, the main question when anybody interviews the leader of opposition and seeing that in near future you are going to be the Prime Minister of the country would be, in your first 100 days, what would be the 5 things you would like to fix that you did not see in this budget?
Axe the tax.
Minister, of course.
Yes, axe the tax. Build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. I would add to that a fifth, which is to bring in a Blue Seal professional standard so that immigrant doctors, nurses, and engineers can quickly take a test, prove they're qualified, and get to work in their field. That is the common sense plan to bring home the country we know and love.
Okay, sir, now that you have mentioned the immigration stream and you think that more doctors and nurses should be allowed in, as a whole, what do you think about Canada's immigration system and the plan that we have at the moment? And how does your government foresee, if they come in power, to change that or fix that?
Well, we had the best immigration system in the world before Justin Trudeau ruined it. He allowed chaos and out of control numbers in the temporary immigration streams to contribute to our housing shortage, to human trafficking, and to other horrors that are being carried out against people who come here without any way of paying their bills. We just saw a story of 26 international students were crammed into the basement of one Brampton home, according to the city's one of the city's top bureaucrats. We have dead bodies being sent back to India every week because international students are losing their lives while they're here. And Trudeau blames the immigration that he brought in for the housing crisis. So you got to wonder why he allowed that to happen. My common sense plan will require any international student to prove that they have an income, a home, and an admission letter from a real place of study. It will link the number of immigrants to the number of new homes built so that we have the ability to house everyone who comes. And it will bring in a Blue Seal testing process so that immigrant professionals can quickly take a test, prove they're qualified, and get to work, reducing wait lines in our healthcare system.
Okay, now that you have again brought the healthcare system, what do you have to say about this? The budget talked about the healthcare system, funds. But I mean, of course, we know that wait times are still long. The healthcare system actually looks broken. If a person is going in emergency, that means that that person needs to be immediately seen. That is the meaning of emergency. Otherwise, they can go to the normal doctors. How do you think improving that for the common Canadians who have to wait for 6 to 8 hours once they are there?
Emergency. I mean, Trudeau has broken the system further. We have longer wait lines than ever before after 9 years of Trudeau. People sit for 24, 36 hours in a so-called emergency room, and they are in anguish and pain. And meanwhile, Trudeau will spend more money on debt interest this year than on healthcare. That means that bankers and bondholders who own our debt will get our money instead of it going to doctors and nurses. Finally, after 8 years of Trudeau, the system has gotten even worse for immigrant doctors. We have 20,000 of them and 32,000 nurses blocked from working in our medical system simply because they have no way to quickly prove their qualifications. We have this red seal in the trades that allows you to prove that you're a qualified a qualified mechanic or electrician. But in medicine and professions, we have no such thing. I want to bring in a Blue Seal so our immigrant professionals can take a test, prove they're qualified, and get to work.
Okay. Anything you want to say in the end? Any, for example, breaking news if you wish to give us, please go ahead.
The scoop. I'll give you the scoop. We're going to axe the tax, build the homes, fix the budget, and stop the crime. That's the scoop.
Oh, yeah. we've got the scoop.
She's got the scoop.
Yes, right. Absolutely. No. Actually, I wanted you to tell us something about if your government comes in, and inshallah we see that coming very soon. What are going to be the first few things that you would like to immediately do? I think that is going to be our scoop. You have already talked about the 5 things, but maybe more than that. I want more from you, sir.
Thank you. She's
Story.
really,
The
you're
behind
really
the curtain
pushing me
story.
hard today. You're really pushing me hard today. I think we need to bring home the country that we knew and loved, right? A country where anybody who works hard can afford food and a home and a safe neighborhood. That's the way Canada was a decade ago, but we've lost that and we're going to get it back. Better days are coming. I'm very hopeful about our bright future. It's going to be a wonderful country again where everyone from everywhere can do anything through hard work. That's the country that gave me everything I have. I was born to a 16-year-old mother who put me up for adoption to 2 school teachers. But they taught me that it didn't matter where I came from. It mattered where I was going. It didn't matter who I knew, but what I could do. And that's the country my wife came to as a refugee. It's the country we want for our kids and yours and your kids. And so now we just need to bring it home.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. It was an absolute pleasure talking to you. Today, we just wanted to focus on our domestic policies, and we are going to soon connect with you and talk about Canada's foreign policy and how we can take the country forward, and especially in the Committee of Nations, how we can, forge better alliances and all that. But thank you. That's all the time that we have and you have. So thank you very much for connecting with us, and see you soon.
Thank you very much. Let's bring it home.
जी, और ये था हमारा आज का बहुत ही स्पेशल इंटरव्यू हमारे जो कंजर्वेटिव पार्टी के लीडर हैं पियर पॉलिएव्र उनके साथ, और उन्होंने बहुत सारी इंटरेस्टिंग बातें की। तो हमें यकीन है कि आपने उनको ध्यान से सुना होगा, और जिस वक्त वो आप इलेक्शन ट्रेल पे होंगे तो आप यही क्वेश्चन उनसे कर सकेंगे और उनसे पूछ सकेंगे कि ये आपका प्रॉमिस था, तो आप उसको फुलफिल करने के लिए आप किस एक्सटेंट तक जा सकते हैं। हमारे दूसरे इंटरव्यू तक के लिए हमारे साथ जुड़े रहिए। जैसे कि मैंने आपको शुरू में भी कहा, हमको अपना फीडबैक भेजिए और हमें बताइए कि हम और इनसे क्या पूछ सकते हैं, या और इस मुल्क में बेहतरी लाने के लिए हम अपने लीडर्स तक कौन सी आवाज पहुंचा सकते हैं। बट दैट्स ऑल द टाइम दैट वी हैव टुडे। थैंक यू वेरी मच। ऑल द बेस्ट एंड बाय बाय फॉर नाउ।